Hello everyone, my name is Patricia and welcome to my March 2019 Scentsy Empties. So we're going to get into it, but I'm just going to let you know I always break my videos down into what you can get right now. Then we do older scents, then we do bring back my bar scents, then we do other items which I love, and at the end I always have my question of the month for you guys. And I have a challenge for a specific group of people, so let's get into it. The first bar I went through is currently available, like I said. It is Sun-Kissed Citrus, and there's a bit of a glare, so I apologize about the lighting. But Sun-Kissed Citrus is a great mix. It has oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruit. I get predominantly orange and a little bit of grapefruit from this. In my son's room, this did really well, and it did a little bit less well in other areas of my home, so it just kind of goes to show that it can depend on warmers, can depend on environment, what kind of scent throw you're going to get from a scent. But I like this scent, it would be a repurchase for me. Okay, the next scent I went through is not one that I typically like very much. If you watch my channel at all, you probably know I'm not a big lavender fan. And also, I went through my stash and I wanted to use up old packaging. So this is an older packaging bar, French lavender. So French lavender is basically like herbal French lavender. And it definitely is herbal. It may not be as strong as some herbal lavenders out there on the market, but for me, it's a tolerable French lavender. It wasn't terrible, but I would not be repurchasing this just because it's not in my desired group of fragrances, but I'm glad I got to try it. The next scent I finished up was Paradise Punch. Paradise Punch is in the fruity category. It's a spring and summer release. Woo, it's strong. It's basically got Indian orange and lemon and ACAI berries, I think that's how you pronounce it, and starfruit, I believe. This is a favorite of my daughter, so we will always get this. I usually warm it mostly in her room. But yeah, it's basically a fruit punch with a heavy citrus tone to it. And if you are missing Let's Get Punchy from last year that did not return, and you have not tried Paradise Punch, I suggest you give this a try. This has been around longer, it's stronger, and it's fairly close to Let's Get Punchy, so I think you're going to be pleased with it. I finished up Breakfast Blend. Now typically I love coffee scents, but this one, I'm not sure what it is, I just don't care for it. It has a lot of bitterness to it. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love to warm coffee scents. And I warmed a little bit of this on its own. I definitely didn't like it by itself. Then I tried to add Sugar Bells because I'm trying to use up Sugar Bells because it's an older bar and I just wanted to get rid of it. Sugar Bells is not my favorite, so perhaps that did not give Breakfast Blend a fair shot. Comment below what your favorite mix with Breakfast Blend is because I do have another bar to use up. So basically this is just brewed coffee. It's pretty strong. Probably not my favorite, so. There I go throwing things. I cannot make it through a video without throwing things. Okay, let's move on to Scent of the Month. March 2019 Scent of the Month is Make Waves. Beautiful packaging. Nice, strong, oceanic presence. And it has a cologne twist to it too, and actually a tiny bit of female characteristics, but more male than female to me. It is Icelandic water, dewy greens, and apple blossom. So that apple blossom gives it a good strong base, I find, to kind of carry it through. Yeah, it's a strong one. It does well, and it lasts a fairly long time, I find. So if you like scents that are strong, fresh, aquatic, and last long, you want to pick up Make Waves. April 2019 Scent of the Month, Sugared Strawberry, and a lovely packaging of red. This one here immediately reminded me of a strawberry sauce I put on cheesecake. So basically it's fresh strawberries, sugar, and lemon juice. And the lemon juice is there to help lift that strawberry up and give it a punch. Now, kind of like you would sprinkle salt on your food for flavoring, lemon juice is great to accent flavors in fruits. Kind of like vanilla is used to accent flavor in baked goods. So whenever you see lemon juice or citrus there, it's usually to help the main character. Now as you warm this scent, you do pick up more of the currants. So at first it's very strawberry and lemon, and then it's more currant. And I would say medium plus on the scent throw, not super long lasting. So we'll see how the other bars do, but that's Sugared Strawberry. Let's move on to some older bars. I'll try to go through these fairly quickly because they're no longer available. Aussie Plum, beautiful packaging. Plum, pink grapefruit, pomegranate, and vanilla. Yeah, it's hard to smell in here now. I know I like it a lot better on cold than I do on warm, but this is a scent that was brought back, I believe, in January 2018 as a Bring Back My Bar. So speaking of Bring Back My Bar, voting will be happening sometime in April, so stay tuned for that. Another one I used up, you can no longer get this scent. It is July Scent of the Month Rainbow and Butterflies, which is fresh strawberries, pineapple juice, and vanilla citrus. To me, it smells like a candy, cotton candy, fruity vibe. Very youthful, very pleasant. I do really, really like this scent, but it's not very long lasting. Like, I find when I'm smelling it, I'm loving it, and then it's like, it's over. But yeah, I have a customer that has purchased 2 room sprays of this scent. She likes it that much. So, and keep in mind, room sprays last a very, very long time, and they're good for a little burst of fragrance. Also, one other thing about Scents of the Month. I did not know this, but Scents of the Month can actually sell out similar to the warmers. And we actually had Butter Pecan and Strawberry Champagne Truffle sell out on the same day. So they are no longer available. So if you haven't put those in your Scentsy Club, unfortunately you won't be able to get them unless they return in the future. Another bar I used up in older packaging is SNO-LEIL. What a beautiful maroon wine color. This is Sparkling Citrus, Iced NASHI Pear, and Marshmallow Mousse. Yeah, this is very strong in the packaging, fairly strong performer. Reminds me of like a wild berry mousse kind of fragrance. Interesting, very interesting. I'm glad I tried it. I don't think I would repurchase it, but it was still good to try. We're going to talk Bring Back My Bars. Now, I went through a lot of Bring Back My Bars. What I usually do is I usually get the kit so I can go over the scents with you guys and warm them. But then I have a lot to use up. So I thought this month I'm going to use up a lot of Bring Back My Bars. Next month I'm really going to tackle getting a good dent in some of my bricks. So I always encourage you to have a goal, something that you kind of either a theme or a goal, get you excited about warming. So the first one I finished up was Red Candy Apple. This one has a million scent notes. I'm just going to list them in the bottom. Basically, it's like a candy mac apple scent with like some jam influence, and you can get like a sugary tone, yeah, and almost like cotton candy marshmallow kind of tone. It's good. It's not a favorite, but I did enjoy the bar that I had. I also used up a very sweaty bar. It's an older packaging of Watermelon Patch. Now this is basically sweet vine-ripened watermelons. I don't think it's authentic watermelon. To me, it's more like a watermelon candy. It had a nice strong scent throw, but it did die off very, very quick. So that was one drawback, but I enjoyed what I did smell when I smelled it. The next one I used up is Blue Raspberry Ice. Pretty packaging, and the wax is white on this one. It's sweet cherry, icy lemon, and blue raspberry. Rocket, think rocket popsicles. This one here, it's really better as it sits, I find, and it's probably seems stronger now that I've warmed it later on. So it did probably medium plus on the scent through my son's room. It did really, really well there. I enjoyed this one. Yeah, that one is Blue Raspberry Ice. If you like that scent and you cannot get it, the closest thing you could probably get right now is Blue Grotto. Okay, the next one I do not care for. It's not my desired group of fragrances. However, I appreciate the great performance on this one. It lasts a long time. It is Fields of Gold. Fields of Gold is gold and bergamot, apple, plum, cashmere woods, and exotic patchouli. Take out the apple and take out the plum because you don't really smell that. Basically, it's like bergamot, which is like a citrus, and it tends to be leaves a little bit of a masculine tone to a fragrance. And then you get that patchouli and that cashmere, golden cashmere, I believe it was, or cashmere woods. Yeah, it's a very strong, earthy, grounded scent. Lasts a long time with all those base notes, so that's a good performer. The next one is one of my favorites, and I think the name might be a little misleading. It is Javanilla. It probably should be called Nilla Java because it's more vanilla than Java. So if you like coffee scents, this one may or may not be for you. If you like very sweet, creamy coffee scents, this one may be totally up your alley. It has sweet African vanilla, Italian espresso, and it has hazelnuts. And that sweet African vanilla is beautiful in this scent. and the hazelnuts just come in and give it a tiny nutty roasted characteristic. This is so good. I would love to see this come back in another Bring Back My Bar. I think this one last came back, I think I looked it up, it was June 2017. So I think we're due. Yeah, anyway, this is really nice. I like it. All right. Next one I went through was Coconut Cotton. This one here I struggled with early on, but as it's been sitting in my closet, I think I'm getting more and more used to the scent as it warms. I don't know if it's curing and getting stronger, but this is one of those ones that I put 2 cubes in my kid's bathroom. Like I put 1 cube in each warmer, mini warmer, and it lasted a very long time, and I could definitely get a good scent through, especially in the early days. Definitely a lot of coconut, excuse me. I definitely could smell coconut every time I walk through the hallway. So it's basically, the scent notes on this are sun-warmed cotton, coconut milk, bright citrus, and white sandalwood. I find you get a lot of cotton and you get a lot of coconut. Sandalwood, a little bit. Citrus, not so much. The next scent I put in, and I don't know if I warm a lot of these scents, and I definitely don't warm a lot in the winter, but I decided to throw this one in, and my husband definitely had a little bit of a reaction to it. And it is Thunderstorm. Beautiful color blue. So Thunderstorm is kind of an interesting scent. It has a very vague scent description. I will read it word for word. It says, very refreshing, sharp, spicy outdoor fragrance, like the breeze in a storm. So when he came home, I had this going, and he walked in, he goes, what am I smelling? And I said, what? Basically, I said, do you not like it? He said, well, I don't know what it is. He goes, is it florals? Is it outdoors? Like, so basically it smells like a lot of floral. It smells like the greenery of stems. It smells like wet outdoor, a little bit spicy. There's a lot going on to this. And I said, well, do you like it? And he said, well, it's not that I don't like it. I'm just not used to that kind of thing. So I think Thunderstorm is probably, definitely has a following. I had high hopes for this one. It did not wow me as much as I was hoping it would. And it was probably medium plus on the performance in terms of strength. And it didn't seem to last very long down in my open concept area, which is strictly where I warmed this. I was kind of nervous to warm it in a smaller room just because I thought it might be too strong. Now the next one is something I didn't really care for at all. It's an older Bring Back My Bar. It's Strawberry Sweetie. It's basically got strawberry, sugar, and vanilla. But it has like a very effervescent tone, like a very high tone to it that I don't care for. It's a similar tone that I found in the gelato candle that I didn't care for. It might be like a sparkling sugar, or almost reminds me of like a, I think it's called Blonde Moment, which is like sparkling champagne with, I think, like raspberries and strawberries. It kind of reminds me of that kind of vibe. Now, of course, when you don't love something, it tends to last a long, long time. This does last a long, long time. So that is Strawberry Sweetie. If you like long-lasting strawberry scents with a little bit of zing through the air, then you would want to probably try to vote that one back. And the last one I went through for Bring Back My Bar was Dark Harbor. And this one is kaffir lime, mint, lavender, and amber. And it is a very dark scent. I say, if you picture Johnny Depp in his Pirates of the Caribbean like get up costume, this is what he would smell like. Dark Harbor. It's very deep and kind of earthy. It's a very distinct masculine fragrance. I can kind of see why people wanted to have this one back, because it is a little bit different than a lot of the masculine scents we have. You can definitely pick up that lavender as it kind of meshes with the amber. And then when you know that it's there, you can smell that lime, you can smell that mint. Everything kind of all meshes together. So next thing we're going to do is rapid fire tester mode. Basically, I'm going to go through these as quick as I can, because some of them are in Tester Tuesday, so you can always find them in more detail there. The first one I used up was Lush Gardenia, which is gardenia and tuberose, a very strong white floral, carried well in my open concept area. If you're a floral lover and you love strong scents, you want to look that one up, Lush Gardenia. The next one I used up was My Dear Watson. I threw out a few My Dear Watsons that had gone bad and had no smell, but I had one left. This one was a party tester. It was bergamot, mint, cedar, and suede. A very nice masculine scent, performed very well in my son's room. About a medium plus on the scent throw, and it lasted a fairly long time. The next few were new releases. Tropic Tango is a citrus new release. It's basically Tangelo zest, mango puree, and coconut milk. Very zesty, but bit of a citrus punch, a little tiny bit of mango, and I didn't get any coconut milk. Churro Churro is a bakery new release, basically baked pastry, cinnamon, and vanilla. A bit of a lighter performer. If you're someone that finds baked good scents or gourmand scents too strong, then Churro Churro would be a great option for you because it's very subdued. DEWY or Don't We is in the floral category. It's basically got basil and cantaloupe. Very little basil, a lot of cantaloupe. I'm not huge into cantaloupe scents, but I did kind of enjoy this one. It was a fairly strong scent throw for me, and I can't remember if it lasted a very long time. I think average for lasting. Twitter Paid It is a Disney new release in the fresh category. It's got Meyer Lemon, Dewy Greens, and Wild Moss, I believe. I don't have that one written down, but I believe that's from my memory. It reminds me a lot of Green Calcite from the Crystal Collection, kind of like an earthy, fresh scent. Lots of green notes in that one. Now and Zen has grapefruit and chamomile, and it is in the fresh category, I believe. Grapefruit is there, and it basically provides a lot of tang and zing, and then the chamomile is a nice herbal kind of floral note in the background. The grapefruit leaves first, and then you're left with the chamomile. Be My Honey is in the floral category. It's got a lot of honey. It's also got pineapple juice, which I think just lends some sweetness, and it's got jasmine blossom. And this is a very nice scent. I don't even like honey, but I love this scent. And it kind of surprised me, came out of left field. I would say the honey kind of has almost like a honeycomb tone to it. Mojito Mambo is a returning Let's Dance brick. It has a lot of mint in it. Very little lime. It has club soda, and it has white rum. Also doesn't have a lot of rum, so if that note scares you, it's basically a lot of mint. Herbal mint, low level performer. Pina Colada Cha Cha, also a low level performer, but very, very authentic to a pina colada. A lighter, as in a virgin pina colada, doesn't have a lot of that white rum presence, but everything else is really nice. Nice creamy tropical pineapple coconut scent. Johnny Appleseed. Everyone knows Johnny Appleseed, probably. It's got MACINTOSH apples, apple peels, and pears. It's a great performer in the sense it's very, very strong. It does die down because it's a lot of fruit notes, but that one is a great mixer as well, and I do enjoy that scent quite a bit. We also have Southern Sweet Tea, which is very descriptive of its name, but basically it has juicy peach or heirloom peach. It smells like a juicy, sweet peach tea. It's very, very nice. A little bit of a lighter performer. I would pick and choose where you're going to warm it and try to use it in a full-size warmer, and you'll get a better scent throw that way. And Lime and Sugar Cane, I love that scent. It is one of my favorites. It is a retired scent, but it has lime, sugar cane, and mint. Very heavy on the lime, and it is strong. Open concept, space worthy for that one. I would love to see that one voted back. So that's it for testers. We're going to go into my other items in my bin. Now I usually use up a counter clean most months. This one is in White Tea and Cactus, which is basically florals and green notes. I really like this for cleaning products. I have it in the bathroom cleaner as well. I always say if you're going to use counter clean, start with your stainless steel first, because if you get oil or residue on your cloth and then try to clean your stainless steel, it might have a few streaks. If you do this first, your stainless steel will look the best. All right, the next thing I used up was in the laundry. I used up 2 items. I used up a Go-Go Mango washer whiffs. These are not intended to wash your clothes. They're fragrance booster crystals that you add to your washer drum before the water and before the clothes. You can, some people use these, they sprinkle them on their carpets and vacuum them up, things like that. You could also use Scentsy Fresh, spray that on your carpet and let it kind of scent that way. But this one here, I was using clothesline a lot in the laundry, and then I took a break and used this a little bit, and I could definitely smell the difference because I was like, what is that smell? I don't smell clothesline. I'm like, oh, it's Go-Go Mango. Let me look up the scent notes for you here. Mango, melon, hibiscus, and banana flower. Yeah, this scent is doing very well. It smells really good in here, actually. I'm liking it. I finished up clothesline dryer discs. There's 2 in a pack. Each dryer disc can last up to 15 loads. However, this is one of those items that lasts probably double of what it says. So I find they last a long, long time. Once they lose the fragrance, basically take them out. If you run out of your laundry product before you run out of dryer disc scent, you could kind of put them in a closet or something. Just keep in mind if it touches something, it may leave an oil residue. That is the risk with the dryer disc. So, but yeah, if you want to kind of just lean it up against something and you're not worried if there might be a little residue come off, then yeah, of course, why am I smelling the box? I don't know why I'm smelling the box. Okay, I used up another hand soap. This is my second one I used up. I put this one out Christmas Day, so that's why it is Very Merry Cranberry, which is winter berries and cedar. Now this one, like I said, it does the... Shoot. Oh no, I got it on my bed. I'll have to wash that off. Yeah, don't do that. Craziness. Okay, don't squirt it on the video, but there's, I guess, a tiny bit left in there. I tried to rinse it out. It only depresses a tiny little bit, and it's a great consistency. Basically, it rinses well off your hands. It doesn't like slide off into the sink. I love this. One thing I want to say is, I mean, I have a lot of skin problems. I'm not a beauty guru and I don't proclaim to be, but one piece of advice I would give you is when you're washing your hands, make sure you rinse your hands off very, very well, because if you leave soap residue on them, that's what contributes to dryness quite a bit. And also try to dry them well because you don't want a lot of water there. So I used up a scent circle in Darling Dahlia. I've been having great luck with some scent circles lately, and it could be that there's a floral in this one as well. This one has heirloom peach, dahlia, and strawberry. I could smell a lot of the dahlia. Yeah, this was strong. I was kind of ready for a change, but it probably lasted 2 to 3 weeks. I used up 3 scent packs this month. We're going to start with the least performing one and move up to the better performing one. The one that was the lightest was Southern Sweet Tea, and we've already talked about that. It did not perform the greatest. I had it in my closet and I couldn't really smell, like a closed closet. When I opened the door, I couldn't really smell it the greatest. Yeah. The second one I used up, I had it hanging in my car, so I took another old thing and attached it. And this one is in Peppermint Dreams, which is an absolutely enjoyable scent, by the way. I love it. But not so great in my scent pack. Better than Southern Sweet Tea. It's basically chocolate, cupcake, and peppermint. A nice combo, but not very great in my... It was my big SUV, so I'm not sure. I have a big old car that we're kind of driving to the ground. But this one was in my daughter's skating bag, and it was the best performer of the bunch. And it was an Amazon Rain. Amazon Rain has melon, orange zest, coconut milk, and jasmine. Yeah, this one is nice. This one is very, like, has no scent left, but she had it in her bag for a while. So far, my favorite scent pack by far in terms of strength and compliments is Clothesline. And my bin's empty, but we're going to move on to the question of the month. So basically this month is March, and guess what? We're going into April. And guess what happens in April? Bring back my bar voting. So Scentsy will be talking about this coming up, but basically list down below your top 3 fragrances you want to see come back, probably first to third. For me, I think the one I want to come back the most is Simply Vanilla. And then I would love Lime and Sugarcane, and then I would love something like Javanilla. But I'm sure there's other ones, I just can't think of them off the top of my head, but definitely I want to see Simply Vanilla return. So list in the comments below what ones you want to see come back, your top 3. Now, as a challenge for any consultants or anybody that has testers, I would like you to warm in the month of April at least 10 testers. And then at the end of April video, I'm going to ask you to comment how many testers you warmed, and we're going to see how many each person warmed. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results. So as always, thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.